All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the third episode of the American flag wrap that I'm doing on this custom rod here. So as you can see, we've already got all of our stripes done and our stars. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to start to outline this with some black thread. So I was thinking about initially doing another blue thread. Blue nylon thread, non-color fast type, but I think what I'm deciding I want to do is I want to come back and do this with a black thread. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to come through here, and I'm coming through. All this wrap was with a size A, but now I'm coming back through. This black is a size D, and we're coming through to see how we can make this look. And what I think I want to do, so we go one black, we're going to come back and do another strip of black. All right. All right, then the next thing I want to do is I want to come back. Next thing I want to do is I want to come back in the opposite direction now with the black from the top towards the front. But I want to find a spot that's going to be the flag look proportionate, right? I don't want to be way out here, but I want to be somewhere in there. So I want to mess around with this a little bit. We'll spin this around and see how this comes out. And so we got one on there. And now I want to go in the other direction. All right. So when I come back with this black, I'm wanting to go on the outside. All right, and now we're going to continue back and forth and continue to do that, and then we'll basically fill that in. All right, so let me go ahead and make a couple more wraps. Okay, guys, so here's how it's coming out so far. Now you can see with the black thread, with that border that we're doing with the black thread, you can see really starting to define the flag and really starting to pop out. And then I got a bit of rod blank left to cover. Again, I'm not doing the whole decorative wrap with the flag theme wrap. I just want one flag on here. There's some other things that I want to do. So what I have to do now is just go and fill up all of this blank space on the blank. All right, with the raw material, I just got to fill that all in with the black thread. All right, so stay with me. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to come out. I'm starting to get some more black thread wrapped around the blank, covering the raw blank material. So it's still continuing to pop. And again, my goal here is to cover all of this other blue thread and blue silver thread. And I'm really only looking to keep this part of the flag, right, just below the lower portion and just above the upper portion of the flag. And then the rest of this rod will have a different type of wrap on it. But it's coming along. It takes time. It's a lot of black thread wrap because the diameter of the rod is big, but we'll get there. Okay, let's keep on wrapping. Okay, guys, so welcome back to this last portion here. So as you can see, I've completed the entire wrap. You can see all this loose black thread. That's there for a reason. And then you can see I have some leftover thread here. And then now you can see I've already started some overwrap with some blue, different metallic blues and regular blues. So what did I do since the last, just the previous portion? So what I did was I finished the entire wrap with black, right? Then what I did is I came over and I tied it off. You can see the difference here, right? So what I did is I had my wraps going at angles. I came back on a 90 degree. I did an overwrap here to secure it. And then I did another one here to secure it. And I've actually started wrapping over that. So once I had those wraps there, then what I did is I laid epoxy over this portion from the overwrap here to this part of the overwrap here. And you can see it where it's been soaked into the thread, some spots a little bit more than others. But then there's our flag, right? And then so what I'm doing, so what I did is when I had the entire rod wrapped in black to make the flag stand out, remember I told you I only wanted one flag. I didn't want the other one that was going to be down here or the one that was going to be up here at this other end of the rod, right? So after I put on these overwraps here to secure that thread, what I did is I laid epoxy from here to here just over this so it would cure, right? And then basically act as an adhesive. And then what I did is I came back and I cut these types of threads that were down here, the remaining threads, I cut them off. And then I came back over and then I did my overwrap, which is what you see here. Right, so now you have a guide, right? You got some good thread work in there. And I'm going to do the same thing down here. So all I want to do now is cut all of this thread off here. And then I will continue and take all the tape off. So I'll cut this thread. I'll cut the tape off where I was holding on to, my thread work as I was going around. So I will cut that stuff off. And then I will do the overwrap like I did here with blue thread. But basically, that's really it. It's probably not what you've seen before. But again, I was going just for one flag. And that's why I did it this way. I did the wrap. I wrapped the entire rod portion. I tied it off here and I tied it off here. I laid epoxy. I let that cure. And now, of course, I got to lay, a few more coats of epoxy on this, but I let that cure. I came back and cut off the residual thread. Which is exactly what, I would do right in here. I just come in here and start cutting that thread and stuff would start peeling back, right? That's just an example. So I'd cut all that off and then I'd come back and overwrap it. But that's really it. And I think it's going to turn out really good. And I hope you guys got a lot out of this tutorial. I know it's a 3 parts on doing an American flag wrap. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them down in the comments block below. And if you're getting anything out of this video, if you get anything out of the videos that I share here on YouTube, please hit the like button. And feel free to subscribe to get those notifications on future posts that I'm going to do. The next rod wrap that I'm going to do is going to be a diamond wrap, and I'm going to do a tutorial on that one here in the coming week. So again, I hope you get a lot out of the videos. Please let me know what you think about them down in the comments block. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, take care, guys.